Hello everyone, Mona here from GNC Lakeland, Plant City. My maybe third or fourth or maybe whatever interview. I've been doing this often now, and I'm very, very excited today to introduce to you Freddie. And he is going to tell us a great, actually, story. I was very humble when I talked to you a little bit about it in the store. And you were generous enough to tell me that you're going to be able to do an interview with me. I really, really appreciate that. So we're going to start the conversation. We're going to talk about a lot of things. But again, I want you to talk about your background, who you are, introduce yourself, and we'll go from there.
Without a doubt. I'll kind of start off with a general background about, we gave you guys a teaser a few weeks ago. My name is Freddie Stevenson. Had the opportunity to play at Florida State University and win a national championship.
Congratulations.
Then I had the opportunity to sign with the Chicago Bears out of college. Didn't last long. My career came to an end, and I transitioned into life as a speaker. Kind of bumped into it, and we'll get into a little bit of that during this story, this interview. And now I'm an author as well, a best-selling author. So
it's amazing.
And I'm doing a few things to give back to my community. And I'll have a back-to-school badge coming up in a few weeks. We talked about that as well, but we'll get into all that during this interview.
Yes. So you're from Bartow, Florida originally, or where are you from?
I was born in Lakeland, Florida.
Lakeland, Florida. Okay, all right. Because when you talked to me, you told me that you're going to support Bartow High School, and that's where you went to high school, right? Or
Yep.
where did you go
I went to Bartow High School. Yep.
Okay. So what you told me about what you're going to doing for the school. You said you're going to do like a school bash or something to help the school out?
Yeah, back-to-school bash. Our goal is to give back to teachers, students, and families in the community. I know this pandemic has been rough on everybody.
Yes.
And we just want to show the students and the teachers appreciation. I know that oftentimes our teachers, they get overlooked. Yes. And I feel like it's one of the most underappreciated jobs in this country.
Yes.
And our students, our teachers, they sacrifice so much over the past year and a half, and we just want to make it a good time for them and show them some appreciation.
Yes. My kids went to public school, and I'm really very, very appreciative of public school system and how much those teachers put their heart in. Very, very devoted. My son went to Bartow IB, and I couldn't be happier with how really hard working the teacher, how focused and really devoted for those kids, and they want the best for them. And I think what you're doing is amazing, and it's just like a really very small for what we need to give back to the teachers. And again, as I told you before, I'll be very, very happy to help you and support you as a GNC. I'm a small business, and I'm willing to do whatever I can to support you in that, because again, I love the public school system. I think it's great if the parents step behind it, and someone like you comes in and just to give a little bit, we will have the best education we will be asking for our kids. So the name of your Instagram has something behind it, I'm very sure. Struggle
Made 105.
Made 105, and I know you also told me a little of the story. I would like in details to tell me what happened. Why did you came up with the name? What is the story about it?
Okay, yeah, it's been what's carried me all of this time, and everybody, they come in and they ask me what's the significance behind it. They think it's my area code. And as you know, Polk County is 863.
863. It used to be 941 too. You know,
did? Okay.
A long time ago. Hey, I'm old. I've been here for more than 25 years. So
I didn't know that.
Yes.
But they always ask me, and I tell them no. It's a situation that happened when I was younger. We were homeless. My father, he was incarcerated for drug trafficking, and my mother, she had the tough task of raising 5 kids on her own. Wow. And one evening, it's about 8 o'clock in the evening, and we hadn't eaten the whole entire day. And my baby sister, she's crying. My mother, she gathers everybody up, and she takes us to a McDonald's. And upon arriving, she orders a cheeseburger. And the total comes out to $1.05.
Wow. Okay.
And we didn't know that my mom only had $1 to her name. And for some reason, the cashier that day, she was being difficult. She wouldn't allow my mom to get the cheeseburger with $1. So we had to watch my mom beg for a nickel. And it was embarrassing. I remember the time it was tough. And as a kid, we didn't truly know how difficult times were. As a kid, you're still trying to have fun and make the best out of your situation. But then it kind of hit us. And someone was generous enough to give her that nickel. And upon getting the nickel, she got the cheeseburger, walked us outside, and started slicing it into 5 pieces. And then we started eating. My older sister notices that my mom wasn't eating, and she asked her why she wasn't.
Oh.
And that's when everybody else, we just look around at each other. And we offered my mom a burger, but she turned it down. She sacrificed. She wanted to make sure that we ate because we were hungry. And she burst into tears immediately. And that moment, it just stuck with me forever.
Well, I can feel it in your
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
I mean, it seems like it's very. I'm sorry.
It's tough, but that pain, I think it made me stronger. And just watching my mom and just knowing we didn't know like she was struggling, and even though we were going through so much, but that moment, it just everything hit us.
Yeah. How old were you when you?
I was about, I believe, 4.
Oh yeah, that's
4 years
really
old.
you know. Oh, you know, I want to buy burger. I want to eat. You know, just like, and I can imagine. If I'm a mom, and I know if I'm in that situation, I will do the same thing. And how strong she is, how brave is your mom, just like to fight for a nickel to feed her kids. Just like one of those really unbelievable stories, and we see it every day in America. People don't understand that the hunger is reality.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. They take things for granted, but with your story, sometimes somebody in the front of you and just digging in their pocket, and they cannot find that extra dollar, and they had to leave but if you're generous enough, get out there and help. Just like it could make a difference for a whole family, but you never know about. So what an amazing story. And you said it transformed you, and it made it put that stamp on your heart and your brain and your mind that your mom went through a struggle, and you have to really work hard to be where you're at.
Whenever I get to a place where I'm questioning things and life gets tough, and you question whether or not you should keep going, that's what keeps me going.
Yes.
She didn't give up, and I know there's somebody out there in a similar situation that's just looking for a reason to keep going. In my story, I know a lot of people hearing it and seeing what I'm doing with it today gives people a reason to keep going, keep fighting.
Okay, and I think your story is very, very, very important to a lot of the new young generation. That I think that technology is making them think everybody got it for free. They look at Instagram, online, and they look at see the happy people. Everybody's made it, and why not me? And they either get depressed over it or giving up, but they don't think it is determination. It is a ladder you have to climb, and you have to work really, really hard to be somewhere. And I think, again, your story relate to that very much.
Now, I try to tell people all the time, don't get caught up in the social media era. Everybody thinks, because social media is nothing but a highlight. In a highlight film, everybody's going to show you the good stuff. They're not going to show you the bad. This is all a journey. With me, a lot of people that are coming in and learning about me now, they think that it happened overnight, but they don't know about all the struggles. And
yes.
I've always been open about broadcasting my struggle,
yes.
just to let people know I'm no different than you. I just continued to keep pushing, and I didn't give up.
It's your determination again, right? Yes. And again, I told you before when I talked to you, you had a struggle, and I also had a little bit of it. And I was born in Egypt. I don't know if anybody knows that. People think I'm Hispanic, and but and I came to America, and I didn't even speak English, and I had to go to school. I have to work really, really hard, and that's what I try to do with my kids. They're the new generation born here in America, and how's that? And I'm telling them it is the hard work, it is the focus, it is the determination. This session is really not about giving kind of advices, and we are giving advices because really the era we live in right now is really not like when I came to America about more than 30 years ago. You have to really be more focused. You have to be even more determined. The opportunities out there, if you are willing and if you stay focused and you want to do something for yourself and for your life. And I really, this is just an amazing story about what you were just saying about the burger and how you divide it. I came from a family of 6. We didn't have that much money, and we had to go through a lot of this. I mean, you're talking, and the story clicks with me, and it brings a lot of memories to me, and I really admire what you know you did, and I understand where you're coming from, because it's just kind of like it's almost similar, the same story, but in a different way. Well, thank you for explaining all this, but I'm going to talk to you about health now. Mm-hmm. I know you went to high school, you went to college, and I know you had to do a lot of training, a lot of, we're GNC now, so we had to bring some of the GNC in. So working out, eating right, being healthy, staying in a regimen. Also, again, it's going back to, setting goals to your lifestyle. Talk a little bit about how did you work like yourself to be in a football team, and how did you do that, and what kind of regimen you had to do to go through all this to be in that spot when you were,
yeah, everything. We had the regimen, every single thing. Like when you look at now, it's the summertime, so guys are going into training camp.
Yeah.
And every two hours, you're having something going on.
Yeah.
And for an athlete that's trying to make it to the highest of levels, that's your lifestyle. You're always training, and if you're not training, you're watching film or doing something to take care of your body. Mm-hmm. And I believe what separates a lot of guys from others is the sacrifice and being willing to put the right things in your body. Think of your body as a car. Mm-hmm. You're not you fuel it with the wrong gas, it's not going to run right.
Exactly right.
And I don't care how talented you are, it's only a matter of time before your body begins to break down. Yeah. So trying to extend that process as long as you can, because it's football. I play football and other sports. The time a lot of guys don't play long.
Yes.
So trying to get whatever competitive advantage you can, and your nutrition plays a big role in that.
Yes.
And now I'm not an athlete anymore, but now I'm on the mental health side of things, and I truly believe taking care of your nutrition and your
getting enough sleep, and just like also as you said, it's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It's like you cannot be staying late or playing games or whatever it is, or not taking care of your sleep and mental health and nutrition. Mm-hmm. and the right exercise and a schedule. It will never get you to where you're at,
without a doubt. And now I think, to be honest, although I was able to make it to the highest levels, I think it's more important now than ever, because a lot of people out there done playing, they stop focusing on it, and then they have issues with mental health. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe taking care of your physical health helps you with your mental health. You see so many people they look in the mirror, they don't like the person that they see in the mirror. Mm-hmm. And now they start to lose confidence. They have doubts, insecure about a lot of different things, but then they get into the gym, you see a whole different level of confidence in them. They're eating the right things, so now they have more energy. You put the wrong foods in your body, you're lacking energy. Some days you just wake up and you're mad at the world, you feel depressed. It's the foods.
Exactly.
So putting the right things in your body and making sure that you're taking care of your body, it makes a huge difference.
Yes. And again, we do like at GNC, we have a variety of age level, from the high school kids who really want to make it to teams, to the middle-aged women, men, to the older people. And we really have a great health and wellness and sports product to help whoever wants to achieve their goal at any age and any time of their life. And I do also have a great staff, and you met some of them when you came to the store, and they actually make it more family, more fun. They took a picture with you, they posted on Instagram, and it's just like part of what we do as far as as a small business here in the community. We really try to be with the latest technology and the latest product available. We bring it to our locations, the best customer service, the best pricing, and also the best advice. I mean, even if I don't know something and some customer comes in to me and tell me, I will call my most experienced guys. Like, you know what, hold on a second, I'm not really sure. I just didn't want to give you the wrong answer, and I'm not going to Google it just to Google it. I'd rather get it to you from someone who's been doing this for over 20 years, which I have people working for me over 20 years. And then I put them in the phone, have them talk to them, and ask them tell them exactly what they need to do, and I will help them and bring that product out. So if I don't know it or somebody else, we always have somebody in the staff and chefs to help our client, and that's what really makes us unique and makes us different in the community. Another thing is we're really also involved. That's why I'm inviting you to. We would love to get involved more with the community, with high school. So if you're out there and you hear us, follow us in social media. Lakeland.Land City. If you have like a team wanted to sponsor, or you want us to come in and just give some samples, let us know. Contact our store at Lakeside. We'll try to help as much as we can. If we are able to help, or if we are able to be there, we will be there, and we'll do our best to be part of whatever events you have. So I don't know. It's just like I think I'm gonna go more with more questions, but let me think about my my next questions. Do you have any questions for me? Come on. Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah, I know me personally, fitness has played a huge role for me, just transitioning after the game. Part of me didn't think that I had to work out anymore because I wasn't training, and I was going through a phase of depression, just wondering what was next, and feeling like I was worthless. But going into the gym and getting back into the gym, it was peace for me. I went into the gym. And I don't know, it was home, and I was at peace, away from the world, away from my problems. So I just want, if you could, just telling these people the significance, and I can tell my personal experience, but some of the reviews you've had from people that have come into your store.
We seen so many life-changing stories, and people come in and say, whoever never went to the gym, or trying to lose some weight, or trying even to be mentally well, just like, and we've seen it all, from people who lost 100 pounds to people who like went to competition and competing, to people who are really mentally fit right now. And we don't tell them, oh, okay, go ahead and take these capsules and you'll be okay. We really start with them with a regimen. We tell them it's a lifestyle. It's just not like going to happen overnight. We put you on this, come next month and do refill. If it doesn't work for you, we'll try to change the supplement, or we'll try to try different product to make it work for them. Our clientele has been with us for over 20 years. We have the previous mayor of Lakeland, Mr. Howard Wiggs. I'm telling you, he's monthly, actually 2 or 3 times, and if he research a product and he think that works for him and we do not have it, I will find a way to do it. And I think he's the most and the best. And I did an interview with him, if you want to go back and listen to it. It's just an amazing man who takes care of himself. And it's really, again, it's a commitment to yourself. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're doing it for people. It's not you're doing it just to look good. You're doing it for your own health, for your mental health. You're doing it for yourself, to feel good about yourself. I never worked out until I maybe was like in my 40s. And right now, if I didn't work out one day, I'm missing something. I feel my body really doesn't function right. And it's just, again, because it's a lifestyle. It is, if my husband misses his Vitabac one day, like, where is it? It's just like, that's how you build your body and the right stuff. You eat like a junk food one day and you're doing the right thing, you're not gonna feel good. You're gonna feel like crap. So, again, I'm not gonna tell you we're angels here. Yeah. we eat everything, but we are moderate. We try to go to the gym. We take the right supplement, and we work out to the best we can. And it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. You might be able to work out once a week or maybe twice a week, and then gradually you might find yourself doing 3 to 5 days a week. And it just, again, it's not going to happen overnight. It takes it gradually, and it's until it becomes like a part of your lifestyle. And I think it's with what happened with the COVID and the immune and all this, it's just like people find out when we're staying home and lack of social life and everything like that. It's just like, I think it was like an eye-opener for a lot of people. And I think they find out that being healthy is the best thing you can do for yourself. Yeah. It is. I mean, really can. I mean, I'm telling you. I told my husband I want to die healthy. I want to live healthy, and I want to die healthy. I mean, really, it's just like being in a hospital or being sick. And I got sick with COVID, and it was not the most fun thing. And I hope I do not really wish it on anybody, because it's not really good. And I took my vaccine because I know I needed to protect myself and people around me, and that was a huge part for me. But again, we're not trying to, as I just said, we're not angels. We I mean, I will eat some cookies here and there. I don't eat ice cream because I'm not a big ice cream. But whatever I like, I eat it. But I know it's a balance. It's a portion. Mm-hmm. It's a balance of life. And taking care of your health is, you look at it. I mean, you could be taking care of your car, of your nails, and not taking care of your inside of you. What is that? I mean, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like really people like you go and get your nails for whatever, but when it comes to multivitamins, you think it's too expensive. I mean, I don't understand how you weigh that.
I want to touch on that because I see a lot of people. The thing that holds them back when they're trying to take care of their body, the weight loss process, things of that nature, they look at the hill they have to climb and they think, oh, it's too hard. But like you said, it's a process. It's a journey. We didn't gain all of the weight in one day.
Exactly.
It happened over time, and to be honest, it took a lot of commitment for us to make it happen.
Yes.
We went out of our way some days to go get that food that we shouldn't be eating.
Yes, yes.
So it's going to take that same level of commitment to make the change. It's not any harder. It's just now we're taking that energy, that negative energy, and putting it towards something positive that can actually serve us. So it's, as long as you switch your mindset and think of it from that perspective, you'll be all right, because it's not any harder than what you've been doing. It's just now you're putting it towards something that can serve you.
That's exactly 100% right. It's like a big, let's say if you want to lose like 50 pounds, you cannot just go slice 50 pounds and just, here you go. It's just like, as you said, you gain it like in the long term. And if you want to gain it, you have to slice it a little bit by a little bit, taking a little bit at a time. And again, by watching your portion, by taking the supplement, by surrounding yourself by the right people, by the positive people who are going to support you. This is really, really huge. Yeah. I think, I'm very sure this is a huge point.
Man, there's some people that when they see you trying to make that change, they get around you. Those are the people that they want to see you have a cheat meal. And there's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself when you've earned it. But some people want to see you break. They want to see you living the lifestyle that they live because they have no interest in changing their life. So they don't want to see you do anything better to better yourself. So stay away from people that aren't trying to help you reach your goals.
That's the negative people we're talking about. Okay. Tell us about, your time at Florida State. Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I came to Florida State as a linebacker coming out of college, and I went to Florida State and I had switched to a fullback. So early on, it was a transition for me playing a new position, but ultimately, after a while, I adjusted to it. And my freshman year, it was fun. We won the national championship that year.
That's awesome.
And definitely a once in a lifetime feeling. And I had a pretty successful career. Came out, won a few championships. Came out the #1 ranked player at my position coming out of college.
That's great.
Then I went on to the Senior Bowl, which is like the Reese's Senior Bowl, which is like the premier All-Star game for seniors. And I went to the NFL Scouting Combine. But it was definitely a great time. And I got to bother you. I heard you were a Miami fan. And we
Go Gators!
Are you a Gator fan? Oh, right. Okay, Gator fan. So we were the first. We were the first class in Florida State history to go undefeated against the Gators and the Miami Hurricanes.
So you scared the Gators then?
Yeah, we ate a lot of Gator meat.
Oh, what year was it?
2013 to 2016.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, sorry, Brian. That was the years you were at UF, my son. Well, good for you guys. I mean, I have a family of Gators at my house, and now my son is a baller. He's at USF, the youngest one. I love football, but I watch it. I'm not like kind of a crazy, but when the season comes, for some reason, I sit and watch it. I find my husband and the kids, and I find myself really getting very, very excited. So football, I think all sports are part of us. We watch a lot of sports at my household. Yeah, can you show it to me again, Chris? Yes. Okay. You said your bestseller books. You have a lot, or one or two right now, or
I just have one book. I'm working on my second one.
Okay. You tell me about your book, please.
Yeah, my book it talks about my life, my obstacles, and how I was able to overcome them, and my transition after ball and finding my purpose in life. And as I said earlier, transitioning was tough. It wasn't easy for me. My whole life was dedicated towards being a football player, so trying to figure out who I was outside of that. my whole identity was wrapped up into that. So finding my purpose, I talk about how I found my purpose in the book, and how in life, sometimes during our darkest moments, those challenges ultimately bring us to a point where it strengthens you. It prepares you for what's ahead. And I didn't know during that time. I'm wondering why I'm going through things that I'm going through, and it built me up, and it prepared me for this moment to walk in my purpose. And I talk about a lot of those different things in my book, and I truly believe the reason that it's been so successful is because of the pandemic. Everybody's been hit by life, and some people are struggling. And this book is resonating with a lot of people across the world.
That's awesome. During your journey, have you met like people that they were like kind of a blessing to you, change, like your perspective about life, about how you do things, or change the way you think? You know, in each person's life, I have few people who are like, I would never forget what their advice they gave me, or just being a part of my journey. Do you have few people or one person that really affected you a lot, and you feel like this person, oh my God, I mean, I'm really thankful for? I know beside your mom and beside whatever, you know, struggle she went through, that was the most motivating. But you know, as far as high school, college, and yeah, tell me about if you met someone who really.
One was always my dad. When he came back into my life, he's always been a person, and it's crazy, it's ironic. His best friend, they're my mentors, and we were talking about it earlier. His best friend was the one that got me into speaking. I was trying to figure out what was next for me in life, and I'm depressed, not really knowing what's next. And he reached out to me about speaking at a high school, and I had never spoken in front of a large group of people before. I was scared of public speaking, but he was someone that I had a high level of respect for.
That's awesome.
So I did it for him, and I remember the day it happened. They paid me for the event. I'm like, okay, I never did this before, but they paid me a lot of money.
That's awesome.
Okay. and I remember I'm about to call him, driving to the event, and tell him, man, I can't do it. I'll give you the money back.
Aww.
And the fear of what's next kicked in. But I was like, man, I cannot go back. I got to take this step forward. And I remember doing it. And it was my first time. I wasn't truly comfortable. But I remember just being vulnerable out there on that stage. And everybody after just rushed up to me and telling me how I impacted their life. And it was just a feeling that rushed over me. And I knew that it was something that I was supposed to be doing. So definitely those two people, whenever I was going through tough times, it's like they would know something was going on, and they would reach out to me and give me some words of encouragement.
That's amazing. That's amazing. What was the hardest question a high school kid asked you, and you find like, oh my God, this kind of a really rough question, or just like different experience for me? Have you, like, I know during this, people will come and talk to you and ask you questions. Did you met someone just like tell you like a story or something just like really resonate with you and feel like, oh my God, this kid like really going through a lot, and I hope he will make it happen?
I think it was a lot of them. You get a lot of the situations where kids they're waiting for scholarship offers, and that's the one that comes up the most. And it's just really, I'm telling them to stay the course. A lot of people think that I came out, I was ranked one of the top 250 players in the country coming out of high school. So everybody thinks that I was always one of those phenoms in college, but high school, but that wasn't the case. I remember my 11th grade year, nobody knew who I was. No colleges were recruiting me, and I had a huge injury. I broke my leg and broke my ankle, lost all the cartilage in my ankle, and doctors were telling me that my career was over, and I had no offers. So I had to have 2 surgeries, and no schools are taking chances on me. And I remember a time where I didn't know if I was going to go to college. So only thing I could do at this point was control what I could control, and that's going to rehab and trying to keep a level head. I remember being stuck in the bed for 45 months. Teachers had to come to my house and teach me,
Really?
and I had to be taught over the phone.
Wow.
Yeah, the injury was bad. And I remember a school reached out to me while I'm in the house on the bed, and they told me they wanted to offer me a scholarship.
That's amazing. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then after that, everybody just started offering me scholarships. And a lot of players, I just think you just got to enjoy the process because it flies by so fast. Don't get caught up I know everybody has a dream to play at the NFL. Ultimately, a lot of us, it's a tough game. A lot of us won't get the opportunity to go to college or play in the NFL, but enjoy this moment, because when this game goes, you won't care about the stats that you made. You won't care about the touchdowns that you scored.
Yeah.
The thing that'll matter to you is the relationship that you made, the people in the locker room. So enjoy the process.
That's a great experience for anyone who's like, I'm just like, I'm beyond, privileged to be sitting with you, who is the one who played football, played for the Chicago Bears. Hey man, thank you for giving me this opportunity. No, I'm really enjoying really talking to you. There's just like the way you tell me your story and how focused, and it's just like, it's really, really wonderful. So how often do you do the speaking? Do you do like...
Yeah, it's an every week thing now.
No, really?
And it's crazy because when I started off, I had a few gigs, and it's been going on year 4, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I remember I started off, and after I spoke at the high school game, a few people booked me, and then I'm doing a few local things, and then I got a job, and I moved out, but then the pandemic hit.
Oh yeah.
So I'm still a young guy, and it's kind of hard to get people. I don't have a lot of... my body of work isn't that big yet, so it's hard for me to get the gigs that I was getting before, especially virtually. Man, how can I convince these people to book me for a virtual speaking when I don't? So that was tough for me, but everything happens for a reason. I'm back here.
You finished your book maybe at this time?
Yeah. I think the book was finished before I left. I moved to another state for the job, but then I ended up leaving. But when I came back, everything changed. Like it picked back up. The book started picking back up, and it's been a blessing. Every single week I'm doing something, tell my story, impact lives, and if I'm not doing anything as far as speaking and taking care of my family, I'm giving back. So whether it's a youth center or something, and that's just something that's big to me.
Passionate.
I'm passionate about it because I know how it was when I was coming up. So if I can be a light in their lives, I'm definitely going to do that.
I'm very sure the kids will be very, very excited just to be around you and just look up to you, because it's just like, again, your story is amazing, and I can imagine any high school or middle school just looking up and being just surrounded by you. It's just what an amazing experience, and thank you for doing that for the new generation. It really you didn't know, it makes a huge difference to a lot of kids out there. Okay, so GNC, I know you stopped by. I cannot remember from the picture what exactly you bought. So what is your top 3 supplements, or your top favorite supplements? What do you use?
Okay, I'm always coming in for some protein powder, and right now I believe it's the red con? I love the red con.
It's all natural too. It's like
I love the plant-based ones. They have some pretty good flavors with that.
Actually, that's the only one I can take myself. The plant-based. Oh my God, it's really, really, and tastes good. You didn't feel like you have that greeny, grassy.
And I take the CLAs to help with the fat burning.
I wanted to really press a little bit more about the CLA. CLA is not non-thermogenic fat burner. So if you really have a high blood pressure or you have heart problem, you don't want that jittery, sweaty feeling. CLA, it's effective. It's a little bit slower than the regular thermogenic. So we advise most of our clients to take 2 with each meal. It will really help you burn fat, tone a lot around the stomach, the thighs, the areas where you really need to tone. So if you never, and again, Mr. Wiggs is and Dr. From University of, the one we did with him.
Oh, Dr. Engel.
And Dr. Engel. Big supporter of the CLA. They never stop taking this 2 with each meal, and you look at the shape they are in. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I just had to say something about the CLA.
I definitely agree, because I was taking some that they make you feel jittery, and then you take them, or it kind of makes your heart burn when you're taking them. So the CLA, I definitely love that one, and the carnitine.
Another one similar to the CLA.
I take them together. Okay. And I'm not a big pre-workout guy. I've tried it in the past. I know some people love it, but it makes me feel a little too jittery, and I get natural energy anyways. I get a lot of sleep and try to put the right things in my body. But those 2, I feel
amazing advice, man.
That's all I really need. and I'm good to go. So those are definitely my top three.
And again, I think a lot of people are afraid of the weight loss or how they can lose weight. If somebody wanted to try to do it the natural way with food and exercise, I would highly, highly recommend CLA and L-carnitine. And of course, a good protein, because that's how you build your muscle. That's how you repair. That's how you just like it has a lot of all the amino acids, so just really, and also make you full. You don't get as hungry when you take your protein supplement, and also help you burn more fat because it just get your body going. So I think it's amazing advice for whatever. I mean, I think really, I'm really amazed that you told me those three. I never thought that you will tell me that, but I think it's just an amazing advice.
I think the thing that scares people with a lot of supplements too, they feel like they are natural. You already have this is part of your body.
Exactly.
See, and the
carnitine
is part of your body. So all you're doing is giving your body, refueling your body with something that it already produces.
Yes.
And so there's no reason to be scared. It's natural, and you'll be perfectly fine.
Yes, yeah. Like especially when you eat like the red meat, and you find all this glutamine and all this aminos, the vitamin B12, and it's just like you find it ready for your body to absorb. That's why your body reacts faster to it, and you find a lot, higher result. In my opinion, also, I'm gonna tell you what's my favorite too, since you're talking about protein, of course, but I love. Our probiotics. It's really digestive health. It's just like it gives you like that bloating feeling, and it's just designed for every time or every person. Like some people wanted to do it for with enzymes or for immunity or for energy. It's designed for men's over 50, women's over 50, just for women. So it's like I really, and actually the one I really, really love is the one for stress. Because it has the ashwagandha added to it, and just as you know, the ashwagandha is herb, and we have it in gummies too by itself. But when you have this kind of like, your stomach is calm, you're mentally with the ashwagandha, it helps with stress. I alternate between the woman and the stress one. I add this to my regimen every day. Of course, fish oil, which is a CLA kind of. If you wanted to the weight loss, you go for the CLA. If you wanted just the overall health from the omega, you just do with the fish oil. So I have a lot of favorite at the store. I like our snacks. I like a lot of our things, but I think you pushed on taking a good multivitamins also is really very critical, and that's where you talk about your immune support, because it has from A to Z. You can add to it a little bit of a D or a zinc if you don't go out in the sun a lot, and especially with the Delta variants out there these days. We sold a lot of our immune support in the beginning, but right now with the Delta variants coming out, I would advise you come back and refill on those, vitamin C, zinc, or vitamin D. They are buy one get one free now at all our location, and it's very inexpensive. $9.99, you get the second one for free. And I think it's a great regimen if you guys are afraid, and it's going around. I mean, not a lot of people are vaccinated, and it's just like a very inexpensive way to protect yourself as far as the immune support. And we also have the VitaVac and Immune if you decide to do just the regular multivitamins with extra immune. So that's another thing we just got new. I want to add also the new way of creating the protein right now. The technology with it and the flavor is really amazing. You see the Oreo, you see the whatever banana nut bread or whatever, the flavor is just like whatever you see in the store on the shelf. They collab with most of these companies, Chip Ahoy, Oreo, whatever flavor. So if you're craving something, you can make your cookies from those. You can add it to you can get the unflavored protein and add it to your cooking. It's just really, they improved a lot to the point that it's not like that chalky like years ago. People think of protein, or some people still think of protein as a yuck, like, oh my God, it's like a milkshake now. It is. It is like you're making a protein milkshake. It's like a chocolate milkshake.
That was my struggle. Me personally, I'm a person that loves sweets. So whenever I'm eating clean and trying to stay away from sweets, a shake can go a long way for me. And that, like you said, they've come a long way with these flavors.
Yes.
So I get a shake in I I satisfied my sweet tooth, and I'm good for the day.
And you're good. And actually, especially if you take a nighttime, that's where a lot of people go munching a lot and finding like looking for something to munch. I'd really advise out of our client nighttime, or maybe after your dinner. That's between the time between 7 and 10, and that's when you go open your fridge and you really need that extra thing. And I we all do it. and that's why I say we have it RTD. If you're lazy or you don't want to think like you don't have the time to mix something, keep a few of those in the fridge, different flavors, grab it, drink it. How many grams sugar? 3-4 grams of sugar, 120 calories, and you get 25 grams of protein. Don't tell me that will make you gain weight. You get up in the morning. No, but you get up in the morning, you put the right thing in your body, you're ready to get up and work out, and you feel a lot stronger. Mm-hmm. My daughter is, she's a runner, and she never used supplements and stuff. And lately, about 2 or 3 months ago, she started taking protein again, the MRE. And she said, Mom, and she started going to the gym to do some weights and build some muscle. And she said, I never felt stronger in my life just taking that protein. And it's just like I'm talking from experience here, and I just and I think you saw Adam yesterday. Did you see how Adam gained from going to the gym, and he started taking the protein? And I think you saw him the other day. Remember when he came to the store?
Last week, it was last week, I believe.
Yeah, right? And he's also building because just actually the amount of I don't know, I say for the right amount of protein he puts into his body, because there is a certain for every how much you weigh. If you weigh 130, you have to have 130 grams of protein in your body per day. And if you're going less than that, that's mean you're eating a lot of junk and you're not putting the right amount of food for your body. So we can talk about supplement and health, and we can talk about Freddie's story all day. we can open the subject, but if we get the opportunity to do one more interview, if you have a time or you did speaking somewhere and you feel like we need to go over this, I met this crew and met few people, I would like to talk to you again about it, please give me a call, let me know, and I'm around, I'm available, and we would love to do this more often.
Okay, we will. I would definitely love for you guys to be a part of the back to school bash if you're
sure,
free.
Sure.
I would
You told me what if in my head I would love to do that, and again,
we could do an interview out there if it works for you guys.
Sure, of course. We just having the inventory as you see right now at the stores, and it's just kind of but next time we can do it at the store. We show people what what you're doing, and we will share it on our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the same with you. You share whatever our interview, and we'll go from there. If you guys have any question, direct message us. Freddie will answer. If you have any questions for me, for whatever, any comment about the supplement, about our background story, and we're here to help you. We're here to answer any questions. I really appreciate the time for listening to us. I'm looking forward for more interviews to go. I'm really, really excited and thankful for the time you put in today with me, and looking forward to see you more often, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.